I came here several times with my father when I was little. But
oh, don't worry.
In that case, I'll go order for...
Ooh, everything looks so good.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like.
And if it's not...
Well,
Yeah. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right?
Oh.
Speaking of cases...
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking! We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities... It's not that I don't have... It's easy to go, which is exactly why the Spina those high It's all right. Let's talk about something else. Like,
That's true. We didn't...
I've heard that there's a long line...
Yeah, we've heard... Guess that's...
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe. I'm sure Lady for... All right, I can personally testify that this one works. Valid point. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of...
You mean that if we catch her while she's out... Why don't we give it a try?
Huh? Paimon...
Was this your drink?
No, it's...
Alright.
Is that so? If we're all finished eating...
Yeah, we're... Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore. Nah, that would be so... normal. You know...
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're...
Hey, Navia! What are you...
Oh, nothing. So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine... in any case...
See ya! People around it.
The shade.
Looks like we're back here. Huh? Traveler? Ugh.
Vache?
Hey, why are you still Huh? Hang on. Hey, Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache, are you... my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know I'm... Wait. Who am I? My memories feel like they have been washed away. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I... Yes, that is what I was. I do not know how I came to be like this either. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me. And I also loved him equally as much. But now, we can no longer go back. No! Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember. Perhaps that is... If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of... I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they... I think I hear your companion. Farewell then.
Wake up! Come on, hurry! Navi is outnumbered!
Look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand? Quick, now's our chance! I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety. I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Chlorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with a Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating, no matter what. We will bring the truth to light.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you.
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! I thought we were done. Those Gardamex came. Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand.
Oh, come now. Forget all as such.
It will take...
If it were me...
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in
Well, to be honest...
Huh?
Yes. After we parted, that the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta? Only...
So the Fanta?
Yes.
Spina di Rosula...
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Board. That's when I figured out that you...
But...
Well, speaking of which...
Well, it can't be... Oh, and this time Paimon heard... Does that mean...
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad...
New intel?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that... Vache. That name doesn't... Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have... Yes, thank you. This is very important information. Oh, you...
Well, you did say... And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us...
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite...
You talk too much. Well, and we also have some plans.
Don't worry, you two.
It's right up ahead.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted it.
Very good.
I shall find room.
Thank you, Malus. Now,
This is
Your accommodations have been arranged.
After all, we don't allow...
Seems like it's... your father.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow...
No. My father's name is Callus. 3 years ago.
Oh no.
But I do not at the time. But strangely, that even after being serious... How could he protect his honor? It's the closest piece of info I have.
Ah, so...
That's right. However, I must know what really happened. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact, and now, here I am.
Demoiselle.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered her. Master Callus did so. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to...
Wait! If Callus was such a good...
No. Perhaps people love watching the...
But how could...
There is one...
Oh! Her? Well, yeah. That's not...
Miss Clorand. She knew Master Callus. There was...
Don't worry, now.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us. Yes, that is our...
All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep.
Paimon slept so well. Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Buisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere. I suspect that those behind the... No. And that is the archives, kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanid you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to...
The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters. Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Nervalet's files are really secure.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep, Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes,
We're here today to...
Huh.
Of course.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief just...
Thank...
Please, come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right.
So...
We're looking for a man called Vache.
Ah, I see.
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that there are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler?
Is that so?
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how your father Callus...
And what? Are you trying to No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. It's just like last time. After you even told me that in your eyes, the value... If you truly... Why didn't you give me the power to stop everything? Was it... There are still... If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes.
I'm sorry.
You and my father... It's not so much that... Oh well. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Olivia...
I'm fine.
You're right.
Now that I think of it, on the...
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered. That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that. But didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait.
So you're saying... Yeah!
I really think... All right.
Yeah! We're gonna...
Do you want to go with me now? Great.
Whoa! What a huge ship!
There's no... My father was a gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and...
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you... Paimon was confused. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for her...
Well, pues...
I'm just saying, if you play with fire, it's gonna get hot.
Maloose, we're back!
Apologies for the wait. You said before that you still had...
You still remember, right, Maloose?
Yes, the case was quite similar.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance...
Wait!
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, if you drink synth, and if you were to stop, as he oversaw...
Boss is uncompromised. Not only that,
Yes. Recognizing that, the man's name was that night. But then...
Huh?
Sounds just like Lynn. Looking back on it, though... Precisely. But, considering it now, you're right.
Jacques was an empathetic man. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina di Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that, ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, Demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the... But what drove...
What?
And the serial 5-year, knowing all of... But as long as... If something were to...
Right. So
As we've seen, Boss...
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard. Especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as...
So he chose.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this. If Boss is... I'm sure...
No. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where... Yeah. I suppose. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Huh. Malus, what was the key?
It's the location when he was threatened. But if you want to use...
why? If we...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against... There's no telling what might be lying in wait at there. But a single... The worst case...
Then, in that...
Well, you saw...
But things...
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this.
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of...
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me think. When I announced... If the vendors did... After several... The first...
Huh?
Yes, thanks to his... There's someone else like him, too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild. In the beginning,
So...
Yes, it's...
the final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information. Although the guards, since Thierry...
I see. To think that...
If you want to
Of course.
You're too And before I forget, proving after that, if it might help...
Oh, thank you so...
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work...
It is settled, then.
Thank you for arranging...
Excuse me, miss.
Oh,
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry.
Ah, if it's a...
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
You don't understand.
I didn't know how to... I know.
I'm sorry. On the matter of...
Would you mind sharing it with me?
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me he had many regrets. So when he tried to be...
They found out...
Papa didn't say...
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later. I don't know that for sure. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Even if...
But Mama, Papa always...
Well,
Yeah.
then you should hold on. Regardless...
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, Your determination when you speak is...
You really... That's...
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florent should be nearby. And we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city. I'll get myself together on the way. So please don't worry.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance?
I'm sure you've heard about...
Yeah, I've heard.
It also reminds... After my partner here, can you do me a favor?
After that, my first react. But when I got...
So you also...
Indeed. Reason being, but according to the... About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third...
At least from our perspective, the gun he was...
Yeah, that makes... But hold on. He didn't even... Did he lose all...
About... I'll tell you...
I understand. And if I made many people, but it was Mr. No matter what...
Don't worry. You and... Hey, Thierry! It's...
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, okay.
Are you sure there isn't a...
I mean, where Callus to defend, it would be next to... And,
yes. What happened at the...
if you want to go through...
That'd be much...
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poss. Why do you ask?
Well, you... So... if you...
If I had to make an analogy... When you order a dish, the chef will make... If you try to make... Removing a so I can promise you... They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful...
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Jokes aside, I'll be staying in this...
Please, watch your step.
Looks like we're running out of type 3 screws.
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Sure.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young.
Oh, it's all right. I just wanted...
Yes,
Oh!
that's right. I also witnessed to beat the Hydra.
Oh.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is.
Uncle Marcel...
Yes,
Exactly.
Oh.
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also... If not for the vigil...
Oh,
Alas. But rest assured, if anyone dare...
Thank you, Uncle. Do you have any new...
The Confrérie, then I heard this.
Oh, it's okay.
Sounds good. Just all my wealth comes...
We've talked to all...
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
Anyway.
But where should we start? You've brought...
According to Jacques...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Oh, that's a good point.
Huh. So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the... Makes sense. Besides Jacques, it's obvious.
Do you think...
Given everything that's... But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Florent? But...
So you're saying...
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be... Thierry, you say? But...
Yeah. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find.
Uncle Marcel? And with funds from... Still Also... Who could it be? You know, if you think...
Could we be missing other suspects?
The suspect is knowledgeable about the... Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and spec...
Yes. We need far more solid...
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking...
Huh?
Yeah.
Wasn't that place built...
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui Harbinger called...
What?
Yeah.
Well...
Wait, how...
That's what I thought. If the charge again...
Right.
Yeah.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Since this is a... You're right. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be...
We'll help you.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malou, Silver.
We heard. It's our hope.
See you then. Now that Navia has set out for Araneas, we should also get going. According to Malu's info, this... Let's go and try to find the entrance. Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. It sure... Ah, you're right. Navia's probably arguing...
It would appear that I must repeat my question. Do you accept the...
To be perfectly honest, however, I did hear that people who have been... In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have... I've got to admit, that when I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime...
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon. Then why don't you duel me too? Huh?
Alas, it would appear... In that case...
That case had nothing to... Huh? What's
What?
I told you...
Miss Navia, this is the... But that was an accept...
Oh, please. We can put that discussion aside for now. And if my charges...
Oh. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else...
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is... Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cap... Huh? What?
I've heard of them.
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind... And if the charge...
Yes.
In that case, I declare... Members of the guards. Mr. Marcel.
Apology. I think an attorney won't...
Very well.
I would like to take everyone only through illusion.
Navia, come on. If that's enough to make...
Exactly correct, Your Honor.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di during the banquet, when the guests arrived at the scene, the guards' investigation the suspect did not dispute. Callus was defeated by These are the known...
The one with the motive to after that... However... Something's... A pile of clothing, but now, since it... Something... The testimony of the... However, unfortunately... This assassin first shot... Realizing this, the true...
So that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used?
What a great theory.
Mr. Marcel, you...
But I...
Then, may I ask one? Boo! I may not have the... We should be able to... Considering this... That makes sense to me. Why do...
Maybe she's scared.
Alternatively...
My second question has to do with the... Then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he... I've thought about this too. The dissolving power... My father could have at that time, what was certain...
Boss once told...
What? If the secret had got... Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth. But what good would that do? How had this up? But by staying silent, I was able to be... And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge... So... That's right. Do you have it? Of course. All you need... I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadow. But since he
As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless in my line of work. Just one look, I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr.
Since that's your testimony...
I concur. However, Miss Navia...
Right? What she said was fast.
Wait, weren't they just talking about this?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases, in my father's case, the culprit and at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of... The culprit could only time their actions so coincidentally.
So that's why I'm used to it, though.
No need to...
I won't try to refute. On top of that, does a person have to be physically present?
Know what she can say.
I know that even with that, alas, who won't feel at least a little... But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also... Do you know what the big...
I suppose you're...
It's timing. I'm a businessman in addition. But the...
I do apologize.
No, it's...
Is there anything... You can also take a look at my border entry records. Or ask, could those records and testimonies do something to appease...
Seems like she got... At this rate, not...
I think you've done a But aren't you going... He wished for you to be... Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong...
This isn't just about me. And the biggest difference, the people whose family... Many people's... And whose... Is it a man...
Huh.
Oh. I was waiting.
Steady as stone. As a good knight should.
Burn!
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place. Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up. water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go. I must leave no stone unturned.
Verdict is...
Time to clean up. Leave it all to me. Someone needs assistance. I must leave no stone unturned.
Time for retribution!
Steady as a star.
Settle down. Bow your head. There's a tear.
As a dutiful maid would. Now the path is clear! Let's go! Someone needs assistance. Huh. Leave it all to me. Yep. Someone needs assistance. As a dutiful maid would.
Settle down.
Steady as stone. I'll catch up. Leave it all to me.
With the wind! Loaded gears.
Time to clean up.
Wind blade! wind blade!
Though, as expected, the master... What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but... Huh? You mean the girls? And then they were... and all the boxes of things. These names... Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the... Mixing in... Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep! What's this over here? Looks like some experiment. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. How can someone write something that terrible and you read the rest? Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why he... Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it! Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from... In any case, Paimon will write it all down. Here, and it's full of water. That means this is where they make all this sick. If you dilute it with Paimon will... Let's see what's written. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems... This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have the old dog. He can act when... I concur. Let's sense... Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. We've looked at almost everything here. Yeah. We haven't found anything that reveals... No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't that way. Even if we bring all this back to the opera, sure thing. You take that side and Paimon... Ugh. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either. Whoa, really? Let Paimon see. Vinier. Isn't that Vache's love? Then... Aw... It's just a so many! A whole page's worth! But the final name... Marcel! Wait, but... Marcel's pretty old.
And whose image? Is it a man? Oh. I was waiting.
Navia! We're back!
As expected.
Just how often?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Huh?
We've investigated after your life. You even created...
So that's it. And with that, this information... Well, Mark... You fixated your game. So, you...
You also never
For our determination...
Your
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like.
Do you think? Pay attention to you. What for? Have you... No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, they said there's no... Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, you only have yourselves to blame. Vinier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes. But I'm not from this blasted place.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Do you all... I did all of that. I spent my...
The suspect is exhibiting...
Don't touch me! Vinier, please!
At this point, the
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually...
Traveler, please... The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vache and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover, Vinier. During an underwater expedition, Vinier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vache as a result. Vache learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vinier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business. During the course of his research, Vache discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina de Rasula for many years, Vache decided to assassinate their president, Callus. Although the assassination did not go as Vache expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vache's machinations. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all. The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vache. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, guilty.
Guards! Take Vache away.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial
We really just witnessed.
Yippee! He's hurt so much. Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were...
The day our late boss had...
Yeah.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way.
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Ugh, what now?
According to court...
Oh, come on.
Please respect the...
All right.
Through evidence presented in the guilty party has been identified. We now turn to... According to the guilty...
What?
Hey! That's not funny! What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different...
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter...
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. Guards, please take the suspect into custody.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld. Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the all I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why, I don't...
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has...
Yeah, so are the...
My dear, don't tell me.
But the way she looked just now...
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an... And... if you thought child had nothing to do with it, everything, all shall... Now, having said that...
So she chose to...
So you're saying we...
She probably just... However, please...
All right. After all...
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you...
Stop resisting arrest!
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. I erased all
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual... Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that case, I shall leave him in your
Thank you, Your Honor. Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot?
Vache!
Ah!
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Vignier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache!
I'm here!
Hey, wait!
Vignier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vignier!
Vache? Why... You look a lot older than I remember.
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vignere, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But if not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts and my works. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's a—
You... Wait, you are not Vignere. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vignere. I am every woman who died by your hand. As our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea. And we were no longer individuals. But we became one. Just as— I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vignere.
Why? But then, where is Vignere?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became? You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vignere's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignere's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
No! Vignere! She can't hate me. Let me see her. Please, have mercy.
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vignere. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Vache.
Vache? 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 Drown.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to
Well met, partner.
Even this weather.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey!
Oh. It's everyone from this time, though. Everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the...
So his name's definitely
It's been the
Oh, by the way, well...
Huh?
Yeah, I believe the story... To be fair, though, she was trying to...
Oh yeah, she told us...
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool. Oh, and...
Oh, are you
it was thanks to...
Oh, that's...
Anyway, now... Oh,
what is...
I should pay a visit. And on top of that...
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Sure thing.
And in that case...
Yeah, you're...
Huh? Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh?
My apologies.
Don't say that.
Sorry about...
Oh, I wanted to show my father how much I've grown.
In that case...
In any case.
There was once a time when I didn't want... Oh, which is also what I believed. But Mr. Callis proved me, if not for it, Mr. Callis, and in the end, a justice that... So, you asked me why I came. I just wanted to say, this regret is that high and mighty chair in the opera Epicles indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much.
So, you're...
Sorry about that.
Didn't...
So let's not just... Paimon's never pay... Huh? Oh no. Anyway, Nervalette is still
Oh, it's you two.
We ran into
I see. Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine.
So...
Truthfully, that name... There used to be a special sea on the surface of this. Most of Teyvat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began.
But today, the primordial sea What Vache discovered must have been some...
Huh.
Indeed. Why would... To be frank, is there... That the sea levels will rise, and does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right! It was Lenny that told...
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we... Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words,
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro-Archon? Wow. This is...
Two parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, if the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is...
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? My apologies. My investigation has still not reached. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was...
But you all...
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also... Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation... I was not aware such... In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its... Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the... If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit...
If you ask Paimon, the only sensation he'll want is a no-hold...
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? Your sibling? Another blonde-haired traveler? I'm sorry. If she ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure she followed our laws. Is there... Very well. It was my honor to provide... It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind.
You really are...
Crime and villainy do not have the day off.
Alright. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped. Why don't we go back to the Spina di Rosula base in the court of Fontaine and have a rest? Navia said something about having a place ready for us there.
suppose this will do.
Steady as stone.
Is this an answer from this world? Disappear!
Leave it all to me.
Settle down!
Or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Right now.
Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
A sight to behold.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors. Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Windblade! With the wind!
We seek but a small haven of tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for? As long as rain falls and rivers flow.
Disappear!
Settle down.
Time to shine!
The tide's met.
Retribution!
is silence.
With the wind!
Settle down.
Disappear!
Settle down.
Windblade!
The tides beckon. Silence.
Burn! With the wind!
Be sanctified.
Son of a son! Time for retribution!
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
The tides beckon.
Windblade! Disappear!
Shower me with praise! Let the world come up!
Settle down.
emerge.
Commit it to memory. Yeah.
Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Take it easy.
Disappear!
Stay put! Decided by destiny. Fate is upon you.
How inconsiderate of me. Let my magic begin.
Windblade!
Into destiny. Shadows of fate. Written in the stars.
Retribution! Disappear!
Let me scribe.
Windblade!
Decided by destiny.
I can still... Let me try.
Sincerity.
Apologies.
Banquets must go on. Let me scribe. Pardon me. You look like... Gout.
Windblade!
Delved into destiny.
Must go on.
Retribution! With the wind!
Decided by destiny! Please remain seated.
Retribution!
Disgrace. Decided by destiny, written in the stars.
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Disappear!
You can't run! Well,
Windblade!
Miscalculated fortunate fault!
Shadows of fate.
Cookies through.
Delves into destiny.
Time itself is a silent song.
Delves into destiny. Yuglei, you're up! Hit-ta! Let me scry.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Time itself is a silent song.
Delves into destiny.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Time itself is a silent song.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Time itself is a silent song.
Exactly, but none of them believed me.
Yep, you're right.
An antique's value is in the eye of the
Time itself is a silent song.
Exactly, but none of them believed me.
Can we play bigger next time?
An antique's value is in the eye of the beholder.
Time itself is a silent song.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time. Guess we can rest a bit.